Hi there. So a lot of people don't realize that this function even exists. I'm not sure why Fiverr hides it, but when you come up here, I click on this and you can do what's called a post a request. And what this does is it allows you to basically send what's called a brief in Fiverr language. So this brief will get sent out to people that are looking for briefs that match a certain criteria. So let's say I want to create an e-learning course on SMART goals. I need a video with AI talking head that describes what a SMART goal is with AI conversation capabilities between the user and the system. I need a full package including a website to host the course and sell the course on. So in that short description, I just kind of described some information. I could go into a lot more detail. And typically I like to add more detail than not because it'll get you in front of more people. So like in my case, I'm not accepting briefs right now, but when things are slow or I know things are going to be slowing up, what I can do is I can turn the briefs on and then things will filter into me through this function. And it doesn't just go to me, it goes to like everybody else. And then what happens is if I see it and I'm interested, then I'll start a conversation with you. If I'm not interested, I just click decline. But that's fine. So you don't even see the declines. But what you see is people who read this description and they're like, yeah, I want in on this. Like, I can do this. This is a great thing. You can attach some files, but know that this is going to go out, like blasted out. And then I'll choose something. So this right here, if I have gigs that are in this subcategory, then if I am like as a freelancer, then what I do is I say, yes, I want to get briefs. Now this only goes out to what they call a level 2 and above Fiverr freelancer. So the level ones that haven't sold anything or haven't proven themselves or haven't, got any feedback yet, they're not going to be able to take advantage of this. But people that have feedback and have done some work on Fiverr and they finally get to the level 2, then those are the people that if they're not busy right now, or maybe they have an agency. So like I know a couple people who run agencies and they might have like 15 workers, that are working with them. So that's kind of a cool process. But anyways, so there you do this, and then which industry are you in? You just choose it. You go through this, and then this right here, depending on like my gigs, when I create a gig, which says, I create e-learning courses, and then it says when I create the gig what type of e-learning courses, what level. If like I always choose them all, but maybe somebody's new in this and they're just a beginner, but I would say you want an expert level designer. Choose the language, so you choose your language. I'll choose English. And then this is the part right here where if you don't put anything down, I'm not even sure if it'll work. So let's see what happens. My budget is flexible. Time to talk tomorrow. Sounds good to me. So you do have to put something down. So this is the part where I was saying, if you create, do it in phases. then you could actually create this type of thing in a phase. So maybe in this one, I would say $2,000. That's about what and so what this does is when I, as a freelancer, when I'm accepting gigs, certain times I'll say, well, I will accept anything. But that's when I see everything come through the, and it just gets overwhelming. But it's fun if you're not busy. But when you're busy, then you may say, I only want to work on stuff that's $1,000 or more, or stuff that's over $5,000, or stuff that's over $500. And that's great because you're not then in that conversation with somebody who, their minimum that they would work on would be $1,000. They might be a great person to work on this project, but you're not willing to spend $1,000 on this. So this it does kind of feel like you're kind of shooting in the dark a little bit, but that's why this number is important. So if you put in, you'll spend up to $5,000 on this project, then you will get everybody who will spend, all the freelancers that will take anything to $500 to $1,000, and those that will only do projects up to, in the $5,000 range. And then when you say it's flexible, Fiverr will put these in my inbox. So like I know this because sometimes I'll set this up and I'll say I can do stuff that's, something that would be interesting for me would be like $1,000 deal, or a $2,000 deal, and then I'll see something that comes in at $1,700. So I know that it's not like a hard number when this is clicked. And then you do that, and then you review your brief, you read through it, and once it looks good to you and you think this is great, then you click on submit. And when you click on submit, then it goes through and you can start getting inbound messages from freelancers that read this and say, yeah, this is for me. This is what I can do. So you could do actually a couple of these, one with the overarching, this is my big picture of what I want to do. And then you can also do this for the smaller projects. And then when you get the inbound message, you just check the person's profile just to make sure you're not talking to somebody who has like a bad rating or whatever. But I think you have to have a good rating in order to be a part of the brief project, in order to get briefs. But I just wanted to kind of share that with you because not a lot of people realize that this is there and it's free. And this is a great way to get to get some attention from people who are interested in actual work right now. Thanks so much. Talk to you later.